Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me video. This week we are memory planning the week that was November 25th through to December 1st, and we are using this beautiful kit from Plannerface, which was actually like a UPS sale freebie once upon a time. I cannot recall, but of course, as usual, it will be listed in the title. And I've had it for a little while. I was nervous about using it for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because the elements of black, and usually when I do Christmas spreads, I try to keep it like bright and festive and cheery, and so I was worried that the black was going to be overpowering, and I was also worried about how pastel the kit was. So I went into this very reluctantly, but there were so many freebies because essentially when I did a shopping order for this particular sale, I spent enough that I got the equivalent of both a mini kit and a full kit, and then you get like the various freebies and whatnot as well. So I actually ended up having enough boxes to be able to kind of balance out the black, and I just think, looking at it now, I am so happy with how everything turned out. I did foil, so I've got some silver foil bits and pieces that I brought in, I believe, from SPC. I bought in some washi tape from SPC just to make the kit work. You'll see at the moment that I've got some simply gilded washi, but when I kind of have a look at things again at a later date, I realize that that pink is way too bright for the pink in the kit, and I did find an SPC like bow washi that matched perfectly, so I ended up changing to that instead. The freebies also included a quote box. You guys know that I love a quote box, and not a lot of kits come with them anymore, so when I have one, I absolutely make use of it. And I don't know, I just thought that this was the perfect kind of kit to use in that transition period, because I'm generally someone who will do Christmas spreads all throughout December. This is obviously the start of December, so I thought it would be nice to bring in something that was kind of a little bit more Christmas, but not quite yet Christmas, if that makes sense. So I think this was the perfect kit. I also used some date numbers from SPC, and I think that's it in terms of the foundations. I'm just looking. I think I used like leftover foil to make this work, because the underlays, oh no, it's just an old foil bundle. Anywho, yeah, so like I said, November into December, the sidebar, I've done a little bit of a wobble this week. I got a little bit playful towards the end of 2024 with my spreads, where I started wobbling the sidebar a little bit. Not all of my spreads, I feel like it only worked for some. So I did use 3 full boxes in this sidebar, and I've got 2 of them on like a wobble, which I think looks really good. And then I put my highlight of the week at the bottom of the page for this particular spread, which I think looks very fun. Let's go ahead and jump into the plans of the week. So the 25th of November, the first thing that I marked at the top of the day there was, of course, work. And then I did mark, I don't know when I got these, but I got another little freebie from Plannerface that is like a Christmas countdown. So I thought it would be fun to try and incorporate that. It may be the only week that I actually use the countdown, because I'm one of those people that like, I want to use countdowns and always endeavor to do so, and then when it comes time to actually plan, I either forget to mark it or I don't pull out stuff for it. But as of this date, it was a month until Christmas, so I wanted to mark that. I did mark that it was a 35-degree day this day. I am so not looking forward to November this year for reasons that will remain unknown for the next little while. I'm doing this voiceover in September, but I'm definitely not looking to November and the heat. It's just going to be disgusting. Anyway, totally unrelated to this spread. I did mark that I did some laundry this day. I hang out on Twitch. I've left a spot there to mark that we watched a TV show, but you guys know me at this point. If there is a gap for a TV show, it's usually because I use like a custom script for that show, and I've lost the custom script somewhere. Like when I filmed something, I haven't put it back in the right spot, and so I've lost it. So until I find it again, I leave a blank. And then on Monday, I did also mark that I uploaded a plan with me that evening as well. On to Tuesday, I've marked work at the top of the day, and again, it was another 35-degree day, so love that. Back-to-back hot days. I did mark this day that I was feeling off, that I had a sore stomach. Don't know why, just didn't feel great, so I've marked that. I marked having a TikTok scroll, even though I've used like an old school analog phone. Is that what they're called? Analog phones? I remember having one, but I don't remember what they were called. But I used a phone to mark that. I marked having a lazy evening, and then again, I did leave a spot for our or whatever TV show we were watching at the time. Wednesday, once again, the first thing that I have marked is work at the top of the day there. And then I did have a counselling session this day at 1:30 p.m. I know vaguely that I remembered... What? I know that I vaguely mentioned that I was doing counselling sessions in a previous plan with me. I don't remember how long ago. I don't think I disclosed as to why. I think since I have mentioned in a video why... I'm not going to go into it again. Like, it's one of those trigger warning, let's keep this happy and fun, like Christmas time, right? So I did have a counselling session this day. I marked watching some YouTube and doing some cleaning. I left yet another gap for the anonymous TV show that we were watching this day. And then I did mark that I uploaded another video at that point. So obviously at that point in time, I was trying to just like get videos up, and then somewhere along the line that just stopped. I'm almost caught up. Look at me go. On to Thursday, the first thing that I marked at the top of the day there is that I had a doctor's appointment. And then after the doctor's appointment, I went to the chemist. Don't know what I was doing at the doctor's. Oh, I might have been getting a new IVF referral, because the IVF referrals only last for 12 months from a GP. And our first referral we got early December, and I think we had another appointment with him in December before Christmas, but I wanted to make sure I had a new referral before then, just to make sure that we were covered, and so that I didn't have to worry about it again for another 12 months. So I think that's what that appointment was. Like I said, I went to the chemist. On the way home, I did get Macca's drive-through. I marked that it stormed this day, and then I marked work. That is wild, because usually work is marked way at the top of the day. So to have so much marked before work is crazy to me. But anyway, I did go to work. After work, I had a YouTube binge. I played Pokemon Go. I don't play it religiously, but when I'm bored or when I'm at work, I know I'm surrounded by Pokestops, I do tend to like pull it out, catch some Pokemon, get some items, that kind of thing. But I don't actively go out and walk or like seek out raids or seek out Pokemon or anything like that. I then marked pulling some stickers, and then again I did leave room to mark the TV show we were watching this week. On Friday, I had a day off of work, so I marked having a sleep in. I did some filming, and then I watched probably what was my first Christmas movie of the year. Even though we weren't quite yet in December. We were about to be, but we weren't in December yet. So I marked that I watched Christmas on Windmill Way. Don't ask me what it was about. Do not remember. I also watched a movie called Our Little Secret. Again, don't remember what it was. Don't remember what it was about. Pretty sure I ordered custom scripts for all of these Christmas movies, but again, wouldn't you know it? Don't know where those scripts are, so hand wrote them. I also watched Hot Frosty. Very strange. That one was essentially about Frosty the Snowman that comes to life as a human, and he's a hot human. Very strange. I don't know. I then marked room for our TV show, and then I marked that I uploaded a video. We probably watched a Christmas movie, or we watched a movie that night, but obviously I've not recorded it, so it is what it is. Saturday, at the top of the day, I've marked family time, which again, for anyone who's been around for a little while, you guys know that simply means I was spending time with my husband and my dogs. I then marked that we went to our friend Annie and Graham's house that day. and her and I went on a little run to Best and Less. She wanted to find like matching pajamas for herself, her two girls, and her husband. Couldn't find anything. They had like nothing. I think we also went to Kmart too, and just nothing. I then marked that we went to Aldi. She was, I think, looking for Christmas presents. She wanted to like get this particular like water play set for the girls. So we went there. I then marked that we hung out with the girls when we got back, and then that night at their house we actually watched Daddy's Home too. And then finally on to Sunday, I did mark sleeping in. I then had a nail appointment this week. I went to Big W, which is essentially like a Target equivalent for those of you who don't know what Big W is. Also went to Kmart. I marked that I went to McDonald's, so I assume on the way home I got myself a coffee through the drive-thru. I marked it doing some cleaning, and then, wow, for once in my life, I actually got my Christmas tree up on the 1st of December because I marked that I put the Christmas tree up on the 1st of December. I always aim to put it up on the 1st of December, but depending on when the 1st of December falls, that doesn't always happen, so go me. And then the last thing that I marked on Sunday was that we watched our first Christmas movie, my husband and I, essentially, that was Deck the Halls, although we did obviously watch Daddy's Home too the night before at our friend's house, but this was our first like solo movie that we watched as a couple. And that is it for this week. I hope you have enjoyed this Plan With Me video. If you are still here and watching, drop a Christmas emoji in the comments below. And hopefully I will see you all very, very soon for another Plan With Me video. We are finally into December. We are almost done, you guys. So yay. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye for now.